Hello, and welcome to this card reading. This tarot card reading for January the 25th through the 31st, the final week of January 2026. My name is Angelyn. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, welcome. If you have come back again, I appreciate you coming back. Please do interact with this video if you can. It helps me. It helps more people be able to see the video. Share it if you can, if you like it. All right, so let's get started on the week. Last week, a little hard, remember? This week, I think there's a surrender. I'm just going to say, I think there's a surrender. Our themes for the week, so interesting. I always draw two. They're both nines this time. So this week is a week of completion. Now, we have fire and air, okay? Wands and swords. Now, I see the swords, the Nine of Swords, in a really positive light. I know a lot of people, a lot of readers see that as a very negative card. I don't. I see it as a very positive card. I see it as a card of we're being let go from binding contracts or binding people, controlling environments, controlling people. It's like remembering that actually we're grown-ups. It's like remembering, oh yeah, I can do that thing. I can do whatever it is. I can do this. And I don't need, even though there's this belief that I need to be connected to this person or this entity or this church or this place, I can do this. Now, the Nine of Wands is about just sort of enduring, like, look, we're almost done here. Just push through. So both of these indicate an ending. So this week, I want you to look and just know that things will be ending. And it could be that one big thing is ending. It feels a little bit like that because of the two nines that came up. So it could be one big thing that's it. Sunday, the 25th. Sunday, the 25th, resignation. You know what? Lay down the sword, bro. Lay it down and walk away. There's nothing I can do here. Don't stand and fight. Don't clang the swords in discontent. No, that's not the disagreement. That's what I was looking for. Don't be clanging those swords in disagreement. Lay it down. Lay it down. Lay it down and walk away. So there's something on Sunday, the 25th, that we need to walk away from in our lives or in our larger sort of collective. There is nothing more that can be done. The healthiest thing is to walk away. Monday feels like the day that there's actually, that the thing is going to loosen. The thing that is ending, I feel like it's going to end on Monday. Why? Because we also drew a 9. This is our third 9. I don't draw that many cards, y'all. Third 9. Also, the 9 of Cups is about being okay alone, feeling that solitary aloneness and being okay. It's like whatever it is I had to walk away from, whatever it is that ended, this resignation that I just had to go through yesterday, Sunday. I'm okay. I'm okay. This isn't my favorite, but I'm okay. Ending. Tuesday, the 27th. Pivot. Tuesday is a day that you need to pivot. It's a day that you need to go. I'm going that way. I'm going to switch directions and go that way. It's a day to sort of stop and look around you and switch directions mindfully. Just know that, you're going to need to be agile. This can also be a card of agility, of like, be ready to take any direction. But especially don't be harsh and like rigid about it. Just know that on Tuesday, you're going to need to be a little bit more agile in direction. You may not get done the thing that you had wanted to get done on Tuesday. All right. Wednesday. Wednesday is the 28th. And we got the devil. The devil, as you may remember, is unguided or unintended will. Will that does not have any awareness to it or any place to go. It's just will. It could be temptations, like it's like things that you're not fully thinking through, or like I'm driving to the library to return the books that are in my car. I'm driving to the library. I see a waving banner that says, "Stop here for caramel apples." You don't think about it. And you go get the caramel apple and you're like midway through eating it when you remember that last time you ate one, you had a bit of an allergic reaction. That's what the devil feels like oftentimes to me. Like you're just not thinking it through. And there's this temptation, you just went for it like a 4-year-old or something. I mean, so Wednesday, look ahead, look around you, and, what have I not ascribed my will to? What is left here that is unintended, that's just sort of in its own chaotic glory? Do I need to change anything? Do I need to be aware of it? Do I need to kind of go, oh, there you are, what do I need? You may not need to do anything with it. You may need to go get the caramel apple, okay? The devil isn't always bad. It's just telling us the energy of that day. And that day seems to be a little bit untamed. Wednesday, a little bit chaotic. There might be things that pop up that distract you. He is pointing toward Tuesday, so that need to be agile on Tuesday, I feel like could potentially come, that could come up on Wednesday of like, were you agile enough? I don't know, but we're going to go in this other direction that you have not thought through. Thursday, beautiful day, the 6 of Cups. Now, sixes are often about ease. They're often about rest. The 6 of Cups can be that. It also can be, there's a sense of nostalgia or of remembering. Sometimes this card can indicate a trigger from some past experience that comes up. It may not all be flowers and ease. It might be the beautiful part of it might be that you have the trigger and recognize what it is, because when you recognize what it is, you've done enough work at that point to know, okay, I don't feel good. This is what I need to do now. So if you can trace it back and know what it is and how it impacts you, then that informs you on how to help yourself, to help support yourself. Friday, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This guy, he represents sort of this energy of pushing himself through, of like forcing something, of, determination is so beautiful, but also like know when to stop, right? Friday, we may not know when to stop. So you may take pleasure too hard. You might stay out too late. You might have a few too many, because you're determined to have a good time. Be aware that if you are pushing yourself through, or if you're forcing something, that might not serve you on Saturday. It might or it might not. Sometimes we need to push things through. I like the idea of being aware if something is pushing up against you, and be aware too if you need to push something through. Saturday, the 31st, the last day of January 2026, we have the Judgment card. And, at the very, very core of this is about being in full, like, I know that I've done this thing or something like it before. And I remember what I learned when that happened, when I did that. And I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to use those skills that I learned and I'm going to use my judgment and do something different. And it's going to help me. And it's going to help my family or the people who are in my immediate vicinity. This could also indicate that you are being judged or you are being judgy of others. And keep in mind that discernment is a good thing and is needed. Being judgy for the sake of being judgy or for the sake of elevating yourself is not good. Okay, that is a cloudy energy. Now, the last thing that I want to point out about this card is that it's the 20 of 21 cards in the major arcana. Remember these 9s at the beginning? I feel like that it's echoing this idea that we are about to close up a very big chapter. Now, know that in the coming weeks in February, we have an eclipse, a solar eclipse. We have the beginning of the new Chinese Lunar New Year. There's a lot of turning over, okay? The zodiac is about, we're getting closer and closer and closer to turning over. We're not quite there yet. But there's a sense of a very big ending. My feeling is pretty strong that we have a very big ending that is going to be culminating at this point, okay, this week. The support, what can we lean on for support? Justice. Justice. This card is, one of the very core meanings of this card is fairness. Is, lean on what you know is right within you. Lean on what feels fair to you and also to the people around you that you are working with, loving, taking care of, that are depending on you. Notice that in the Justice card, there is a portal. We have 2 pillars here that we will be walking through to elevate ourselves into some new awareness about justice, about fairness. Now, I did take a minute I pulled out an oracle deck that is specifically about portals. And so as we walk through this portal of justice, I wanted to know what the portal is representing this time. The portal this time is representing the Earth Star. Okay, the Earth Star chakra is a chakra that is about 6 inches below your feet. Everyone has one. And the more developed it is, the more grounded you are. So the more you work on grounding within yourself, the more your Earth Star, whenever I see it in my mind's eye, it looks like fire to me. And it's like this huge, beautiful fireball beneath your feet that spreads out its embers. And it can go very, 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 very far. Some people the very grounded ones have a very, very, very far reach with their Earth Star. And so this card is saying we are going to need to get and stay grounded, grounded, grounded. This is a time when we need to get grounded. As you focus on what can be supportive, what can feel supportive, what can support you during this arguably chaotic week of endings, you need to focus on your sense of justice, your moral code, what feels fair to you, and make sure that you stay grounded in it. If you're not grounded in it, it's very easy to change your mind, okay? Elevate the level at which you're willing to ground yourself. The thing that we don't see coming, the 5 of Cups. This is grief. I think that what we don't see coming is maybe how big of an ending this is. It is going to be painful. It is going to emotionally be very uncomfortable. It is going to require us to surrender and let go of something. A way we looked at the world, a way we looked at ourselves, a person, a way of life. I don't know. And I'm not trying to see into that and figure that out. But I just want to reiterate, this is a big week. This is a big week of endings. This is a week that we need to be agile. We need to know that things can change quickly, and we need to be willing and able to go with it. Do not fight. Lay the sword down. Be willing to walk away. Visit triggers. Know you are likely to be triggered. If there's endings happening, you're likely to be triggered. All of us have triggers around that, right? Like many of us do. When things end, it's like, I feel unsettled, ungrounded. Extra care of making sure that you are staying grounded. This guy, be aware. Do I need to push harder? Is someone pushing too hard against me? Am I thinking this through? Am I forcing my way in? Do I need to force my way in? And be very careful not to walk into, situations or where you're going to make the same mistakes that you have made before and already learned from. We do not need to go through all that again, okay? Please take care of yourself this week. Stay hydrated, sleep, hug the ones that you love. Bring the ones that you love closer to you, the people that you want closer, pull closer, and tell them how important they are, okay? You're all important to me. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.